Basilica. All Saints Radio. A new way to be inspired, uplifted, and motivated to be more and do more. All Saints Radio. A positive way to express your faith and share the love of God in your community. All Saints Radio with D-Mack.
What's good? You're checking out All Saints Radio, music with a higher calling, powered by 98.5 The Beat. My name is Derriqmaq, and this is the ASR Interview. This week, we've dialed up the Lionsgate Studios to talk with Stuart Hazeldine, director of The Shack. What's good, Stuart? How you feeling, man?
Well, thanks for having me. It's great to be on.
How's your faith doing, man? Where's Jesus finding you in your walk with him?
That's a good question. That's the first kind of opening question I've had. Making something like The Shack, it's been a journey, I'll tell you. We really had to have faith because there was a whole bunch of people who were very committed to making this happen. But obviously, you know, everyone's passionate. They have a slightly different version of how they want The Shack to be. And so we really believed that it was like a bunch of guys all figuring it out together and God in the mix. And, there was no kind of like, I'm the boss, it's all my vision. It was really just a group feeling, because that's what the book's about. The book is about, the Trinity all working together in sync and how a man gets involved with that. That was kind of the same for us, and the result came out well. So it was really about relationship.
This movie definitely caused some buzz. It got some tongues to wagging, and I want to personally say thank you so much for causing us to have to think and rethink our relationships with God. I love the fact that there was some biblical humor in there, that if you consistently read the word, there's some tongue-in-cheek moments. Mack walking on the water, the ways that Papa just kind of like inserted things, just reminds us that the more we read, the more we see how the word kind of funnels through even making movies. I know you guys had to have a laugh, like when you're creating some of those moments.
We had fun. Obviously we're aware it's a pretty serious kind of movie and deals with a lot of serious issues of grief and loss. And, you can't have that all the time. You've got to have a couple of moments where Mack, the character, can let off steam, and you, the audience, can let off steam, so you're ready for the next serious part. So we had fun with some of those little jokes. A lot of people laugh at the whole little Gideon Bible moment, and Octavia has a couple of really funny lines. And, that's kind of drama. It's like you have a little bit of a laugh, and then things get serious, and then you relax a bit, and there's a bit of a test, and there's a bit of a reward. And we were always discussing that and tracking it through the story, just to make sure that the audience would be going on a journey and there wouldn't be too much of a feeling of the same thing all the time. That's what makes it satisfying at the end of the movie.
No doubt. I kind of wanted to jump up on the screen and do some walking on the water myself. Like, hey, this is really good, man. I need Stuart to direct me in a film, just so I can, experience what they experience, because you were working with the big leaguers, man.
Yeah.
We're going to take a minute. We're going to play this song, and we're going to come right back with Stuart Hazeldine, the director of The Shack. It's All Saints Radio.
Yeah. You are now tuned in to the very best. Music with a higher calling. Live and direct. Connect to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Worldwide. Anywhere in the world. # All Saints Radio.
checking out All Saints Radio.
So crank it up. What? Ha!
All Saints Radio.
All right, we're back with the All Saints Interview. My name is Derriqmaq, and we're on the line with the director of The Shack, one of the greatest movies that you will ever check out. You need to pick this up. Definitely get this on DVD. Thanks again, Stuart, for being on with us. Got another question for you, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a moment when you were making the film and you were watching the way Sam or Octavia or Tim McGraw or any of the characters interacting with each other gave you a moment to pause and think about your own relationship with God?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, there are so many moments where you just felt challenged. You know, the weird thing about this movie was I didn't go into the movie understanding everything in the book or being sure that I agreed with everything in the book. And when I first met the author, Paul Young, like a month before we shot, I said to him, you know, to be honest with you, I don't know, like, if I'm down with everything in the book or if I get it, but I'm doing this because I really believe that it puts across God's heart of love for his creations, for you and me, better than anything I've come across. And that's something I have to do. This is not a glass half empty thing where I'm looking for everything to be perfect or I won't get involved. This is a glass half full thing of like, what other story puts God's love across so well as this? Nothing. I have to do this, even if I don't completely understand it. So, you know, his heart, yes. Is it his full character? I don't know. And Paul is a really gracious guy, and he just shrugged and said, it's okay, dude, you're on a journey. And I was, you know, and so I was thinking all the way through prep and all the way through shooting about it. I think it was only afterwards, you know, when I was editing the film, I had my evenings and weekends back. I probably did more reading of the scriptures and books about these subjects than I've done since I was a teenager. And for me personally, I kind of ended up in the place where I said, you know, I do think this is God's full character. God really does look just like Jesus. Exactly. The representation of the invisible God is what Jesus is. And that's what The Shack was trying to put across. So sometimes you do something on a leap of faith and you only understand fully why after you did it. You know, that's just how life works sometimes.
Man, Stuart, we could talk to you all day if you had the time, but we know you're busy making movies and making the next great movie for us to check out. I do want to thank you so much for your time. I do want to say, wow, what an amazing, amazing film that you and the crew have put together. This one goes on anybody's top 10 list, and I think in the process, you guys have crafted a masterpiece for many generations to appreciate and come to know the love of Christ, man. Wow. I cannot thank you enough for being with us, man.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a unique book. It's had a unique effect on a lot of people, changed a lot of lives, and we wanted to do that with the movie too, and we're so grateful that audiences are responding in a positive way and think it, you know, stands up to the book, and it's changed a lot of people. So to see people crying and coming out, forgiving people and changing their lives and, you know, seeing God in a new way, I couldn't ask for anything better than that. It's just a very unique experience, and I'm grateful to be a part of it.
That's Stuart Hazeldine, director of The Shack. Be sure to pick up your copy of The Shack on DVD. You can even download it. Yeah, it's available from Lionsgate right now. I'm Derriqmaq, and this is All Saints Radio. It's music with a higher calling.
Big beats, big love.
This was prescribed for your listening.
This is All Saints Radio on 98.5. The Beat.
We've been given a call, been forgiven, risen, we living to give them all. Rise up from your past, it's holding you down. This moment is all that matters, the future is now. Help the people know if we don't tell them, if we fail and stumbling in the dark with the light is what we carry. Don't have to wonder your purpose or what you here for. Reflect his image and show the world what he cares for. And I know it's alright, right, you know, and you know, it's your lie, and we know, the time's running out. Can't wait around, cause yeah. Seen plenty of hatred, death, and destruction where ignorance kills many. But all I need is the blind, be turning the blind eye. That alone is a
Hey, this is Stuart Hazeldine. I'm the director of The Shack, and you're listening to All Saints Radio.
All Saints Radio.
Listen. Pay close attention, right?